New this morning, 4 Minnesotans were found murdered in western Wisconsin over the weekend, and their grieving families are desperate for answers. The victims were discovered in an abandoned SUV in the town of Sheridan, all dead of gunshot wounds. 2 were a brother and sister, and all 4 were friends from the Twin Cities.
The local sheriff says whoever is responsible for their deaths are not likely from that area, and they're not likely still in the area. Police have no motives in that shooting. We have new information this morning on a murder that happened Friday night in Moorhead. The suspect, who was arrested down in Rochester, Minnesota, is now in the Clay County Jail. 26-year-old Idris Haji Muhammad was arrested Monday in Rochester, suspected in the shooting death of Abdi Abdi. Now, Muhammad was transferred to Moorhead late yesterday afternoon and then booked into the Clay County Jail.
Fargo's Liquor Control Board meets in special session this afternoon to consider the reapplication of the liquor license held by the International African Restaurant and Nightclub. Their license was suspended last May after a shooting death in the business's parking lot. No one has been arrested for that shooting. Police also say the club has had several reports of fighting and underage drinking.
It is now just about 6:50 on this Wednesday morning. Perfect 50 degrees right there this morning. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. A little cooler in some other places. Another day where you might want that sweater or sweatshirt as you're getting ready to head out the door. It's beautiful, though. If you want to take in that sunrise, we're looking at some conditions that are just perfect for it in a lot of spots. You can see in Grand Forks, we're enjoying a nice orange glow there. And to look at our current conditions, temperatures are into the 40s in most areas. Fargo is one of the exceptions at 50 degrees. Grand Forks is at 43. Jamestown, Bemidji at 45 right now. And Fergus Falls checking in at 50 degrees. Devil's Lake 47, and a couple more clouds there. That's where we'll see the clouds move in first today. And then beyond that, we'll watch those pick up for the rest of the valley too. Same thing with the wind. Right now it's very light. It's not affecting us at the moment, but that wind will start to increase and we're going to end up with some windy conditions heading into the afternoon. So here's a look at your radar and satellite map. Not much to show you here in the valley. You can see these clouds up into southern parts of Canada and even a little bit of rain showing up there. That's all heading our way. So eventually it's going to spread into the valley and we'll see more mostly cloudy skies and even the chance for a spotty shower, maybe a thunder shower today, but overall more on the dry side. Here's a look at our conditions out at the bus stop. This morning, nice and easy. The kids will want the jacket though in a lot of spots because we're starting in the 40s to low 50s with some sunny skies ahead of us. That sun rising at about 7:05 or so for Fargo and Grand Forks with those mostly sunny conditions. This afternoon though, those clouds fill in. We'll see temperatures on the warm side into the mid 70s, but that wind, it's going to be strong. We're looking at winds out of the south gusting into the 20s, 30s, and eventually potentially for some of us into a low 40 range for us this afternoon. So breezy walk home from the bus stop today. Looking ahead to tomorrow, if you've got some plans in the afternoon especially, we want to be watching out for that chance for some severe weather in our eastern counties. Bemidji, Park Rapids, Wadena in a slight risk here in yellow, and then that risk drops off the farther west you go. The potential's there into the afternoon before it quickly moves off to the east. So something to watch for. And Saturday and Sunday, something to look forward to. We've got some temperatures back to some summer-like numbers near 80.
Okay, I like that. Thank you, Lisa.
It is now 6:52. Breaking news overnight. California Governor Gavin Newsom has survived an effort to recall him from office. He needed more than 50% of California voters to vote no on that recall effort to stay in office. And according to the latest polls, our numbers show 67% of people have done just that.
Frustration with COVID-19 restrictions helped recall organizers gather the roughly 1.5 million signatures that they needed to force the vote. But Newsom made his mask and vaccine mandates the closing argument of his campaign, warning that a Republican replacement would undo his health restrictions if elected. After 6 months, police officers in North Dakota could be crossing the state lines to work with Minnesota law enforcement once again. This after a judge put a temporary hold on Minnesota's new use of force policies.
Police chiefs from Moorhead, West Fargo, and Fargo, as well as the Clay and Cass County sheriffs, met to decide how to move forward with the possibility of bringing mutual aid back. Now, since that law changed in early 2020, there were 18 fewer SWAT team members, 5 fewer on the bomb squad, and 4 fewer on the Metro Street Crimes Unit. Now, they were no longer able to respond to incidents on the Minnesota side of the Metro. The new policy prompted law enforcement in Fargo, West Fargo, and Cass County to suspend all of their mutual operations in Minnesota because they were not trained on the new rules, and there were safety concerns for officers and the public.
You know, that was a huge loss for us, and it made us feel a little vulnerable.
Hopefully as they move forward, as our state legislature moves forward, they know what those concerns are, they know what the issues are, and they, they take those into consideration.
The Minnesota Use of Force law created a three-step process that officers had to consider before using any kind of force. All, of course, while in the middle of intense and many times life or death situations. Bemidji police are asking for your help in finding a missing woman. Her picture's up on your TV right now. 23-year-old Stephanie Chupp was last seen Monday morning just before 7 in the 1900 block of Park Avenue in Bemidji.
She is 5 feet 2 inches tall, 200 pounds, blue eyes, brown hair. Stephanie might be in a white Pontiac Grand Prix with license plates 655 RVZ. Again, take a look at your screen. Her picture is up there. Call police if you have any information about her. The coronavirus pandemic has shined a light on the need for discussions on mental health, and students from Fargo North High School are attempting to keep the conversations going.
Yeah, last night they hosted their Break the Silence event at Broadway Square in downtown Fargo to continue engaging with their peers and the community on the topic of mental health. Dozens of people viewed the Fargo Police Department's Break the Silence documentary, which explores stories of people closely affected by suicide and mental illness.
If you or someone you know is struggling with emotional or mental distress, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline can help. That number is 800-273-8255. 4 former Minneapolis police officers charged with violating George Floyd's civil rights have not pleaded or have pleaded not guilty, rather, to the federal charges against them. Derek Chauvin is accused of depriving Floyd of the right to be free from unreasonable seizure and unreasonable force by a police officer. Chauvin is already serving 22.5 years in prison for the murder of Floyd.
Totau and J. Alexander King are accused of failing to intervene in the case. All 4 ex-officers are also charged with failing to give Floyd medical aid. Attorneys and the judge worked through about 40 pretrial motions, including a request for Lane, King, and Tau to stand trial separate from Chauvin. The judge is seeking more written arguments on that issue. Former Minnesota Senator Al Franken is considering a run for public office. He says that there have been 9 public apologies from colleagues who believe he was pushed out.
I'm so happy today I became an American citizen. I'm just so excited.
The new citizens are spread across the state, including Fargo, Grand Forks, Wahpeton, and Bismarck. The Parade of Homes is back this weekend. The community can tour 27 different homes in Fargo, West Fargo, and Horace.
It's like real-life house hunters that show on HGTV, except you're not limited to just 3. The Valley Today's Brian Sherrod, he joins us live with a preview of what you can expect. Good morning, Brian.
And good morning, Jordan, Lisa. You know, this is only the second house that we've toured this morning, so I can't even imagine the 27 as a whole. I mean, this has been just absolutely beautiful. Of course, thank you for being here with me this morning, Nate. As we're talking about the different homes, especially this home right here, just being one of the 27, talk a little about this home and what people should expect.
Yeah, this is our 2180 bi-level home. It has 4 bedrooms and 2 baths, and it's a great price point to get into home ownership. But as you can see, it has a ton of custom features and details in this home.
What I like is that we're in the Horace area and there's 4 or 5 different homes you can check around here. Why should people explore all of them like we've been doing this morning? Yeah, this is a great location. If you're going to come out to the Parade of Homes either this weekend or next, the Horace development here in Lost River is a fantastic location. Thompson Homes has 4 homes alone just in this one area, so you can drive here, park once, and see a bunch of homes all at once. It's a great way to be outdoors with the family and also indoors in some beautiful new homes. So why is it so important for people who, let's say, are a first-time home buyer to come in and physically look at it and ask you guys questions? Yeah, well, it's great to be able to show someone a plan of a new home, but there's nothing like the feeling of being in a brand new home and getting a sense of the space and the feel. And there's so many great ways that new homes can fit your lifestyle better or be a better option than the home you're currently in. And fortunately, it's a great time to build a new home, and there is more inventory coming on the market. So come on out to the Parade of Homes and talk with us and find out what we can do for you in a new home and how quickly you could be able to move into a new home. Perfect. Thank you again for being here with me this morning. You pretty much sold me on 2 homes this morning, so I'm really happy about that. And Jordan, Lisa, I'm going to toss it back to you for now. I think Nate here might have to have me sign some paperwork.
Yeah, a lot of paperwork if you're going to buy 2 homes.
Yeah.
One's not enough for Brian Sherrod.
No, yeah, we can have a party at one, then go to the
Yeah,
next.
I like
Should
that.
be a fun time. Brian Sherrod reporting live this morning. Thank you.
Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Here's today's question. 7% of Americans say they have never been here.
The answer, to the beach. We have some beaches around here. You can just head to Detroit Lakes or
Right,
one of
that
the other
counts,
many
for sure.
lakes. So yeah, check it out. The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on. More coming up on the Fargo CW. Otherwise, get out right now. Enjoy that beautiful sunrise.
It's
Look at that
gorgeous
view
out there.
behind us.
It's a live look. Love it. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for waking up with the Valley Today.